guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ladeeyina. Guys, you know how we do it here. We learn how to draft pattern, how to cut, and also sew. So guys, today we are going to learn how to draft an armhole bustier and cut it. If you're interested, keep watching guys. And also, if there are other things or other styles, other patterns I would like to know how to cut, please comment in the comment section guys. Let me know what you think, or would you be trying this new pattern guys. And to my newest subscribers guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate. Thank you for subscribing. And for those that are just coming across my post guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, so that when I drop a new video, you'll be notified. So before you get started, these are the measurements you will need: your shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, and then shoulder to waist. And also you need to divide your shoulder. My shoulder is 14, so if I divide my shoulder, it will give me 7. That is why I marked it here. So whatever your shoulder is, you divide it by 2 and then you mark it here. So the easiest way for you to get your chest line is your heel. You just come up by 2 inches away from your bust point. So these are my lines. We have the chest line, that's the armhole, the bust, the under bust, and the waistline. We are going to be drafting an armhole bustier, right? So let's get started. So the normal measurement for neckline is 3. I'm going to be using 3 by 3 just for the sake of this tutorial. So whatever neckline you would want to use is fine by you. For me, I'm going to be using 3 by 3. So you connect it like this, and then you come to the shoulder point. For your shoulder slope, you come down by 1 inch and then you connect it back to the neckline like this. So after you are done, the next thing you are going to do is you come to this bust point, you mark your nipple to nipple, divide by 2. Okay, my nipple to nipple divide by 2 is 3.5. So you're going to mark it here, 3.5. But if you are cutting it on a pattern, you know you would need to add sewing allowance when cutting it on your actual fabric, right? But since I'm drafting it on the fabric already, so there's no way I'm going to use the exact 3.5, because I would definitely need the ½ inch for the sewing. So I'm going to use 4. Here on the bust point, you mark 4. And then on the under bust, you know you want it snatched, so you are not going to use 4 as well. Sometimes you use it, but in this particular tutorial I'm not going to use that. In order to make the waist to be more snatchy, the under bust I mean to be more snatchy, and then the waist to align, you mark 3.5. you come to the waistline and also mark 3.5. that means I have removed ½ an inch. Here I marked 4, here 3.5, and here 3.5 as well. Then you connect it like this. After you are done, you now come to the armhole, you divide it by 2, whatever it is. Here I have 3, and then you mark your bust measurement. Mine is 8 inches, so you mark it here, and then you come in by ½ an inch. I always like to use ½ an inch. Some people use 1. It depends on you, it depends on your preference. So you do that, and then you connect your armhole like this. So after you're done, This is the midpoint, right? Then you connect it like this to meet the midpoint of your armhole. After you're done, the next thing you're going to do is you come down here. Well, I always love using everything on this side. That's the dot. If you like, you can mark half an inch here, and then you mark 1.5 if you are on a smaller size. But if you are on a bigger size, you use 2 inches and then half inch or 1 inch here. But for me, I'm going to be using the whole of the 2 inches here. If you'd like to know how to drop the other way, the one you have to divide half inch here and then 1.5 here, please comment and let me know so that I will do that in my next tutorial. Or you can also divide it into two, one here and then 1 inch here. But me, I'm going to be using all the 2 inches on this side like this. Then you come down by, you don't want here to be too pointy or sharp, too sharp or too pointy. You come down here by half an inch and then you connect it. As you can see, it is already coming to shape. So here from your armhole here, you are going to come down by 2 inches. You can use 1 inch, 1.5, but I prefer to use 2 inches. And then you connect it back to this point. We don't want here to be too sharp. So that is the excess of this. And then you remember we marked 2 inches down, so you are going to replace these 2 inches here. We replace it here because if we just leave it like this and cut it, when joining it, you're going to realize that the upper part, this side, is going to be longer than here, this part. So that is why you need to extend it by 2 inches and then you connect it. So when you're done, we have a new armhole here. So you're going to come here and connect the new armhole. This is going to be our new armhole because that one is no longer going to be in use. So it means we are going to cut out this place, right? And also here, these places that I'm marking are all going to be cut out. So the next thing you're going to do is you start marking your measurement, right? So on your bust point, you mark your bust measurement, you add 2 inches sewing allowance. I always like using 2 inches. Then on the under bust, you mark your under bust, divide by 4. You mark it, mine is 7. And then remember, here we have 2 inches, right? So you're definitely going to replace it you replace it, and then you add the sewing allowance here. Don't worry, this place is getting, this side is getting bigger than this particular place, right? Don't worry about it. By the time we join all of this, it is going to be equal. So the same measurement here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to connect it. Don't worry, like I said, by the time we join all of this, it is going to align with the body measurement, right? So you are done, practically done. The neckline, it depends on you. Whichever neckline you want to use, you go ahead and create the design of your choice. And that's it. It's time to cut. So I'm going to cut all of this now. Okay, one more thing I almost forgot. You need to add half an inch for stitching, right? You need to add half an inch for joining allowance, and then you cut. Look at the way I am going to cut it. You cut it carefully. Look at the areas I'm actually cutting. You need to be careful when cutting it. Remember, I said all the places that I marked are all going to be cut. Don't forget, we added half an inch for sewing. So that is it. You have it here. All you need to do now is just head to your fabric, and if you cut it on a pattern, you transfer it back to your fabric. Don't forget to notch the under bust point. Don't forget to notch it. It will always help you and guide you when joining the pieces. Don't forget, you notched. So see, by the time we join all of these pieces together, everything will align. So that will be the end of this tutorials, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, like my channel, and then comment. Please share to your loved ones. There are a lot of people that would like to know how to cut armhole bustier, so please share, tell your loved ones, subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you very much, and I will see you in my next video.